Hello everyone and welcome to a new episode of the Sunnyland 2D series. I completely forgot where I have my microphone at again, so it's just somewhere random again. Even I completely forgot where I have it. Yeah, I'm just trying to blind myself. Also, you guys not having hear too much background noise, but oh well. I don't know, I think I had it like this because it's not my way, but no idea. I don't know if you guys can hear me breathing or not on my fan or how well I even sound, but oh well. Okay, so I did not mean to open that. I'll just close that for now. So the first thing we are going to do is Cinemachines. Basically a Cinemachine is a new type of camera used in many 2D and 3D games that allows for more small and dynamic scenes to be created. I really don't know how to explain Cinemachines, but I just know I like using them for games. If you want to learn more, just Google or just search for Cinemachine Unity on any search engine, and you can find videos and the official workplace to find them. The official Unity documentation, anyways. So to install this, it's actually really simple. You can do it in here. You don't need to download anything, don't need to upload anything. You just simply go to Package Manager, Unity Registry, and just scroll down here till you find Cinemachine and just click install. Over here you can view the documentation right here as well. Okay, so once that is done, we shall go to scenes. And depending on your Unity version, you may have something up here that says Cinemachines. If not, just come here, right click, Cinemachine, and select 2D camera. I'm gonna move this up here to our main camera. But make sure to keep this camera as they will be attached from now on to one another. You can see the Cinemachine right here, and we can simply just move that when no longer need it. Now it'll be here in the CM Cam 1. For follow at, we will simply drag and drop our player. And I'm going to change the lens auto size to 7 because that's what I have in my test world. Okay, and after that, open a body here. I know what body does. If you look over here in game, have body open, or if you like even play the game even, and make sure you have body open, you can see how our camera is moving around and all that, how it tracks, that yellow dot being where our player is. Me, I'm going to have it set to, I'm looking at what I have changed. I have this at 0.03. That's actually the only thing I changed. I just changed my soft sound. Is basically, you watch, it just basically changed. It's just how much the camera like moves around. So if you have it at the 0, you stay centered. And we'll see here, we're not going to stay centered here because we have something here. If we change soft zone height with the 0, we stay directly centered all the time. But I'm going to have this at 0.3, 0.03, just to get get a little bit of movement. I have this at 0.8 in my test world, which I have not tried with how low the last part is, so I'm not trying to do that right now. See how I like it. It actually looks good, and Collisions. Collisions are slightly messed up there, it seems. Solid. Oh well. Just remember nothing will save here, so just make sure to remember to save it and go back here. This all back up. And so the next thing we are going to do, let's save that real quick. We are going to add a extension here and add a confiner to the. Now we need a bounding shape, which would be any collider. Over here we are going to add a polygon collider 2D because this is the best to use, and enable its trigger. Then after that, go back to over here, and we are just going to drag and drop back in here. You can see my mouse. Sorry about that, but that I'm using a new mouse. And but I'm getting something different. I should have something called confined screen edges. I think I'm using a different collider. It has two different confiners, this and this. So I'm going to actually use the 2D one by default. Why is the two boxes? Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so when I go back to a background here, and we are going to move these to be around the corner. Definitely gonna have to stick with this box with these lines here as we do this. Like zoom in as far as you can, or get directly close over here, just as close as you possibly can to the blue. So it doesn't matter if you have like background on the edge here, you could do something like this, so that way the camera can do it. But I prefer to get it as close as I can to the edge on each side. So that's what I'm going to do. You can guess, but you may end up like a tiny bit out over here. So don't want it glitching out. So I'm going to leave it as close as I possibly can to the blue. And yeah, I'm gonna just do it like this. I don't know. I just think it'll look better. We will possibly be changing this eventually. I'm going to make my level bigger, so you guys want to make your level bigger, make it as big as you need, because we're going to be going through a lot of enemies and all that eventually. Just do that so you guys are prepared ahead of time before you start doing this if you want to. And I'm going to take the time and do it later and deal with the consequences. Let's do this. Okay. Now you can't actually delete these, I think. Like go click on it here and I delete the whole background instead. And I know you can make new ones by doing that. You click delete. There you go. You have to hold control, then you can click, and then you can do any extra points you make. Now I only have 4 points. Perfect rectangle. Save. And once we click play here, something stuck with our canvas. That nope, that was me. My scale was changed. Okay. Play. Let's see. Oh, camera's moving. Camera's moving. Frog there. This. That's that. And jump down here. Our camera is moving down, but I'm not gonna move down that far because this is where the bottom of our game is. still don't like how it's blocked here. Probably will have to find a different collider to use later on. I don't really know though. I just gotta mess with all this stuff here. After that, we shall make a fall box. But now, yeah, if you go here, go into this body, you can mess with the dead zone and soft zones, I think. Yeah, dead zones and all that. I don't really know what dead zones are. I don't really use them. But I really don't know how to explain them. I think it's like when you go off like a certain percentage on the outside here. I'll show you an example. I have the body open. Here. This is what dead zone basically is. Like you move certain far, like the camera will not trigger around here in any certain time. Dead zone 0. 0 immediately moving. Dead zone up this far, the camera's not moving until like so this far out. I just prefer to leave it after 0, that's my opinion. And there's dead zone width and then height for the Y value. Barely move at all with our current setting to the soft zone, I'm pretty sure. And screen X and screen X and screen Y just determine your centered or what difficulty is. So we can say centered, we can have the camera be lowered, camera be higher, and I'm just leaving them all at default. So after this, save again, I guess. Okay. After that, we will make our fall box now, which is really simple. And I'm just close that up. So we're just gonna right click, create empty, and call it fall box. And we will add a box collider to the and edit it, then drag it like a tiny bit out of the edge here. Tiny bit out of the edge here. And set it to an is trigger. You don't need to change the actual box size itself, because I mean you could, it would still move the box collider with it. It depends on whatever you want to try doing, but I'm just going to move the collider itself. Just like move it down like this, like a tiny bit, so the player can go off screen before we end up doing what we're doing, which for us, we were just going to have the level reset. So when I play to go off screen, then the level resets. And I'm just going to leave it right there for now. Let's save this, and for the grid, I'm going to text it so I won't keep pressing here and going to another box. But anyways, let's create a new script called Hall Controller and create an. Once that's done, we will open our script. And let me show you if my mic is actually recording. Yeah, I'm being picked up. So we're going to call it Fall Controller because, well, we may change it later on. Because if you guys want me to do a death screen, leave a comment below and I'll do a death screen where you can go to the menu right away if we do a menu. If you guys want me to show you a menu, like a start menu, then leave a comment below for that. Death menu, leave a comment, and pause menu, I will be doing that, so you don't need to leave a comment for that. If you want to see a death menu and a start menu, please leave a comment below so I can do one of those, because they're not that difficult to do. I just want to know if you guys want to see them or not. Anyways, after this opens, we'll just delete this, delete all this, and over here, we're going to add using a Unity engine dot scene management. Then over here, we are going to add a private void on trigger enter 2D, and we're going to use collider 2D inclusion if collision game object dot tag equals player, Then we will do scene manager dot load scene manager dot get active scene name. So this part right here, it will determine the name of that scene. It would determine the name of that scene when we look. Okay, when we can explain this better. So scene manager dot load scene. This will load whatever scene is inside of these parentheses. And scene manager dot get active scene dot name. That'll give the name of whatever scene we're on. So like this scene is called sample scene. So that would be that load. That will be replaced with sample scene for this whenever this function is called. So basically just reload this scene. We don't want to do any specific scenes because in case we do this controller on any other level. So that's why we use get active scene dot name, and you have to do scene manager dot right here. So after that, we should be able to click play and fall. Those saved. Oh no, why did they save? I really don't like the dead zone. I don't like dead zones for these, but yeah, I like this a lot better, but do what you like. I like it how it automatically goes back to the center and we stop. You see, we have a immediately just a restart. If you guys want to do, which I'm not gonna do, you can lift the player up like a little bit, have it fall down whenever it restarts, but that's up to you. Alright, so sorry that this is a short video. I really didn't know what else to do or how fast some of this stuff would go, but the next thing we are going to do is a new enemy, which we'll be using this space right here. So we will be doing two different types of one enemy with two different types of the same enemy. So we are going to our enemy sprites, and we will be using Eagle. This one right here, not the other two. Using this one, and make sure to set it to 16 by 16 pixels per unit, and yes, apply, and then just delete these. I'm gonna drag it here, coding layer entity, and we will right click, create animation, call it Eagle, and call this Eagle dash idle. Because we'll be using two of them, but we're not going to make the second one yet. So then, in our animation here, just drag it over here. They'll both be using the same animation, so we don't need to worry about different animations. Do this, drag it here, drag it to not 20, 15 seconds. Take the first one, repeat it at 19, and do this. Hello. Good flight animation, and I'm pretty sure we're supposed to do the last one again. It looks good. Then should have did this early. So we're gonna add a box collider 2D. I'm gonna set it parameters to be fail, so like not count the wings. Move a little bit towards the beak. Whatever, you can count the tail feathers if you want. I'm gonna count like this much. And body and second tier. That'll be our collider there. And move this back because we're done here. And we are going to add a rigid body 2D and set it to kinematic, and it freezes the rotation. So what we're doing kinematic, why we're doing kinematic, is because we don't want our ego to fall down immediately. what basically kinematic is, so we can still apply physics to this, but physics will not be automatically applied unless we code them in. Now with static, physics won't be applied at all, not even if we code it in. In dynamic, physics are applied automatically and do everything on their own, but kinematic, we have to code in the physics, which we're not going to do anything. And also forgot to do this. Loop time, enable it. Yeah, like all other entities, this will be in the enemy group, and we are optively going to go back here, right? FX death. We are automatically dragging this here. I said dragging this here. Did I just add two? I did not add two. Go here, make a transition, add the parameters, trigger. What did we call this trigger again? It's been a while. The trigger is death. And we would do trigger death, and this off, 0 it. Should have got this in my script, but oh well. Got that done. Leave it right here. Probably a bit closer. Now we'll make a second one. Instead, we'll call this one Eagle Move. And this one can go like right around here. And this one will actually go over here. I haven't made anything here yet, so yeah, like have a good space for this one, like not too long or not too far. Going back to Eagle Idle, what we are going to do here is simply just add the enemy script. And we're going to click play and see how that one goes. As we see seen here, it will stay up in the air. Like if I change this one to dynamic, it falls. And that can stay falling as we test. Feel a little bit sluggish now, but that's fine. Jump here, explode. Go here, jump, explode. Move over here, jump over there. Jump, explode, get an extra jump boost. Basically all we're doing with this equal, and so you can use it, like add a few of them around, add like some sort of jump boost for our player to get across here. And I'm gonna create an empty and just call it enemy block. And that's where I'm just to store all the enemies in. I'm gonna create empty, call it frogs. Create empty, call it possums. And create empty, call it eagles. Hey, yeah, we're just gonna use one box for all that. So frog can get dragged here. Awesome, dragged here. Eagle dragged here, and I'm gonna delete this one for now. So why do we delete them? Because prefabs. We're done with frogs. Make a prefab of it. Awesomes. Make a prefab of it. Eagle Idle, it's done for now. Make a prefab of it. Now we can make our second one and move it around. But for Eagle Move, I'm going to drag it down here. We're not done with it. This one will have an actual script. We're going to go here, call it Eagle Controller. Create and add. And I don't know why that opened up now. Go back here, open this up. And basically what we're doing for this one is going to be real simple. Go to our possum. Open up our possum. Yeah, basically just this is basically just a flying opossum. Basically, all this is a flying opossum. We don't really need to add anything new to this. Like, I could have told you guys to do this on your own, but I didn't. Flying opossum, remember to add enemy here. And this should work. I haven't tested this on my own yet. This is the first time I'm actually testing this. So we'll see how this goes once it's done. X's. Left cap. And right cap. Any negatives? Okay. And let's see how that goes. Go back to scene view and just watch it fly. Aha. I know why. Messing up. Drag all of these out. Make sure this is set to 0, 0, 0 because it's getting coordinates based on these. Drag 0, 0, 0 it out. 0 all this out. And 0 all this out. Now we can drag all these back in. Everything should be working. Awesome here. Eagles here. And I'm just going to leave this at 0, 0. We have not stopped speed. I actually think it looks good. I know, we can always just, you guys can mess with it later if you don't want it 3, then change it to be slower or faster, up to you. I'm going to do that. There you go, we have the actual numbers now. Left cap. And got this. And right cap. Like these ones you can create timed jumps, so like when the players jump, be able to reach the next area. That's what I'm thinking of this new enemy. I'm gonna click play. You see, it's flying at a pretty good speed. Sort of slow, maybe. Let's test that 5. I mean, for its animation, I don't know. Maybe 4. 3.7. No. I think 4.25 actually looks pretty good. Yeah, 4.25 actually looks pretty good, and I can do this over here. And do that here. It actually looks pretty good, but you have to experiment at the distance because I have not done that yet because I haven't made the rest of my level yet. And now if we go to our game view here, we just play our level, get to the end, see how it looks. Jump on the frog. It's weird how we jumped there, but okay. Jump on the frog. And up on the opossum, go to the bird. Bird 1, bird 2. And you said wait for this eagle here. Jump. And boom. We're dead. But it works pretty well in my opinion. Make sure to save everything. And that would be all for this video. Pretty short video. Not going to lie, but hey, didn't expect it to go this fast. Yeah, I did ask in the comments below what I should do for this video, and you all, and well, not one comment I got, which thank you by the way, said that it should go with Cinemachine, a camera, falling, and a new enemy, which I did too. Only gonna do one, but I decided to do this with the eagle because I didn't really know what to do with the eagle. It has a lot of animations, so I may go back and make a third option with the eagle. And with the vulture, we're only doing one. If it's two animation sets, I just need to figure out how to do them. But in the next video, we'll go for the pause menu. And if you guys have any other suggestions you want to see, please let me know. We will get done to the other two player animations. Yeah, I could do the crouch because there's really not much to do with it yet because we don't really have any enemies that can work with the crouch maybe except for the frog if the frog jumps high enough anyways. But hey, we can experiment with that. And maybe in the next episode, if you guys want to see me experiment with the crouch, please let me know in the comments. But yeah, I hope everyone has a good day, and I'll see you all in the next episode.